Welcome back. In this video segment, we will be discussing call transfers and how Microsoft Teams handles those operations. All phone systems have the capability to do call transfers, and the two most common transfer types out there are blind transfer and warm transfer, or in Microsoft terms, transfer and consult. The differences are pretty simple. For normal transfer, you're transferring the call from one extension to another, and you're not waiting to see if the other extension answers the call. If the call is answered at the other end, the customer will speak with the caller, and if it's not answered, it may go to voicemail or another call group or someone else's voicemail, etc. Whereas in a consult situation, I'm actually calling that extension first and I'm waiting online for an answer. Once that person picks up the phone, I can inform them who I have on the phone and the fact that they need to speak with them. Once I hit the transfer button again, it completes that transfer, and now those two callers are speaking to each other and I'm disconnected. So let's show you how this works inside of the Microsoft Teams environment. The process is pretty much the same, and I'm going to leverage my phone system on the back end to simulate this. So I'm going to call in, and you'll see the pop-up is going to come up here in a moment. And once I answer the call, I'm on the phone and I'm talking to my customer, and I determine that they need to speak to extension 4731. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tell that customer that I'm going to transfer them over to 4731, which in this case is the Hulk. And I'm going to select the drop-down arrow and let them know I'm sending it over. Once I send that, you can see the call immediately rings, and I'm now connected over here to my caller, and I can see their caller ID, etc. Let me hang up the phone, and now we're going to do that exact same operation, but this time we're going to do it as a consultative transfer. And again, the call is going to come in as it normally does, and I'm going to mute that. And this time they say that they have to talk to the Hulk, and they tell me about what's going on, and I determine I want to make sure that the Hulk is not only available but knows what the call is about. Maybe the Hulk is sitting in as the manager, and they need a little more information before I just blindly send this call over. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit the consult, then transfer. And the operation is exactly the same. I'm going to search, and then I'm going to go in and select the drop down and tell it that I'm connecting it to 4731. And I'm going to answer the call. And then I'm going to click transfer. And now those calls are connected to one another, and I've been disconnected from the call. So as you can see, depending upon the use case on how you need to use the system, you can do these common operations inside of the Microsoft Teams environment while leveraging the Vonage voice system on the back end in order to complete all of these external calls with your customers. Join us again for the next segment, which is voicemail, Teams or VBC.